can we meet you?
Okay.
Can you just briefly
Thank
introduce yourself to us?
okay, thank you. My name is Oladimeji Odunayo. I'm a pharmacist by profession and I graduated from Obafemi Awolowo University in 2018. And since that time, I love sensitizing people about anything that has to do with health. I have that passion for health advocacy and health promotion. And during my internship day at a tertiary hospital, I observed that cancer patients are really lacking behind in terms of support to access their drug, support for social support. At times, some cancer patients does not even want to disclose their status to even close relative members, family members, because they feel that okay, this person will just they feel discriminated, that once they hear that, people will start planning their burial date or
Yeah. Hmm.
whatsoever.
Yeah.
So I met a particular patient that time. So while I was posted to Joga is a rural village in Abeokuta. So I observed that although she was willing to fight cancer, and moreover she presented late to the clinic for diagnosis, so her cancer was already advanced state. So I observed that coming to the pharmacy where I work, she kept bringing prescription. We don't have. I keep telling her we don't have, we
Hmm.
don't have. So it
Hmm.
was really a big challenge for her. So that was what
Hmm.
motivated me, that oh, since I have passion for health advocacy, health sensitization, why not bridge this gap and just focus
Hmm.
on this niche, helping cancer patients
Hmm.
access their drug. So that
Medications.
was what, yes. So that was what
Hmm.
propelled me to say, okay, this entrepreneurship journey, let me just start. So
Hmm. So do you currently have a pharmacy of your own?
not yet, but very soon in the next 3 months, because when I applied for TEF, my business was just at the idea stage. And
Wow.
then with faith, even as at no October, the fund has not been disbursed to us. So I just say, let me just start this pilot case study. So we'll round up the pilot case study this month. So we
Wow.
are finalizing the pilot case study this month. So
That
it's
explains why you are very busy. Now I
yeah.
understand better. Guys,
So
she's
so
quite busy. Like we've been postponing. I don't even know what prompted me to send you a message this morning. That okay, let's do it. Somebody
let's
need to
do
go
it.
to them.
Even when you said tomorrow, I said today,
No,
because this week.
the snippet you have given us regarding your business, I am impressed. Personally, I feel like I need to support you and contribute to what you are doing. Because
Thank you,
on
ma.
the other side of the world, in the Western world, it seems like oh, cancer is more predominant in the Western world, and we rarely talk about it in Africa. Some of us
Yes.
even believe that it's not our disease, like black people don't have cancer, which is not true. I think that
Yes.
explains the reason why there might be scarcity of medications for that particular condition.
Particular. Yes.
So,
Yes. Yes.
guys, Elumelu is a foundation that empowers entrepreneurs who are doing unique things, such as this one. It's not like you're about to open a pharmacy to be selling medicines.
Mhm. Yes. Yes.
You are trying to, you are carving a niche for yourself,
A
which is not
niche.
popular.
Exactly.
So that's
Mhm.
what Tony Elumelu Foundation is about. That's what the program is about. It's not just to make money, it's to make impact. And while you're impacting, you're making profits too.
Yes.
Basically.
Exactly.
So thank you so
Yes.
much. Like you mentioned that your business was just at the idea stage. You had no
Yes.
business when you applied for TEF grants for the program.
Yes, ma'am.
I
Yes,
had no
ma'am.
business when I applied, so it was just an idea. Fun fact is that we are both pharmacists and we both carved a niche in health, although I haven't kickstarted my own business because life happened and I had to leave Nigeria. So although it's still a thing that I am passionate about, but I'm very happy that you're about to kickstart your own. That's very
Yes.
impressive, I must say.
Thank you, ma'am.
So again, I have a few questions here, so I might be looking down from time to time.
No problem.
Can you briefly share what the 1 year journey was like. I'm sure you watched a few of my videos on my other channel. I'm
Yes,
sure
I did.
that you saw how I emphasized on the fact that the program was difficult. It's not easy. Yeah, it's free money, but at the same time, nothing comes easy. Nothing is free. You comes easy. You have to pay something. So can
Okay.
you just briefly can you summarize how the 1 year program went? What were your challenges?
Firstly, I would like to appreciate you, Ma. Thank you for your mentoring. Because when I just saw the application online, I knew nothing about it. Then it took me 3 nights before I got that information from you. I was looking for past beneficiary, how they did it, and so I could not. I was But after work, if I come back from work, I will just be searching the internet. It didn't even come to my mind to go and check YouTube.
YouTube.
It Honestly, it didn't come to my mind to go and check YouTube. It was on the third night. It was middle of the night because during the day you won't have time, pharmacy work and everything. So it was the third night. Just let me check YouTube. So I just typed and the first prompt that came up was your name. So when you
Wow.
mentioned that you were a pharmacist and even you are in Ibadan, so I just
Wow.
went to Young Pharmacists Group for your state. If
Wow.
you still go back, I said, please, I need pharmacist Bimbo Adebakin's
To
number. Somebody
confess
just pharmacist be okay, this is her contact, so. That was I had to just message you that ma, this is me.
wow.
Oh, I saw
Wow.
this thing and I would like to apply. So I will appreciate at least you welcomed me even without knowing me. You welcomed me and you gave me a free hand and you were able to just guide me through. So the 1 year journey, like you said, don't let's say it's difficult. It takes resilience. It's
Exactly.
stressful, it's rigorous, it takes resilience, it takes dedication, and then it takes seriousness because throughout the training you partake in quizzes mentoring section and some other things, so you have
Can
to
you please
take it
analyze,
serious.
can you please analyze the stages? Like highlight the stages involved in the 1 year program.
Okay, we did business management training that covers 5 modules, and you have to finish that 5 modules within the deadline. There was no extension. You have to finish, and then your score, you need to, like you emphasize, you told us that we should aim for 100%. Let me analyze that. Yes, I aim for, I think I got just 100% in one of the
Wow.
modules. Then
Wow.
other, you will be given 2 attempts at least if your grade is not there and you still feel like. So I won't, the quizzes are not easy to attempt, that's the reality. Although they are from the program, they are from the modules, all the questions are, but they are not straightforward. It requires critical thinking and reflection from the content in they are not word for word. So you need to reflect and think critically, and then the most correct answer is the other answers too will be correct, but the most correct, it's so tricky.
Wow.
The most correct answer, so that is one you should go for. So after the business management training, we had to wait for the shortlisting. They sent us a mail, some were rejected. I think that was when the the thing
The
started
first, the
becoming
first
hot.
stage actually, the first stage is the application stage where you put in your application.
Application,
You,
yes,
you,
we
you
did
realize that
two
some people were not onboarded.
short,
They, they, they,
yes,
they, they just put them out from the application stage. So you have to get
application
your
stage,
application right as well. If you put
right,
in
yes,
your
yes,
application is not convincing enough, they won't onboard you.
yes,
So it's
yes, yes.
application, onboarding, then business management
But
training.
management training. Then I want to emphasize something. The application, during our own set was when the second stage,
It was
second
quite
stage
different.
application
Different
start. It was
course.
quite different from previous year.
Yeah.
So
It's,
I
you
want to
know,
thank you
even
again that you
okay,
remember
go ahead.
you took a section for us on WhatsApp. I want to thank you for that. That I followed your advice. It was just 3 of us out of 10 that proceeded to the business management training. The other 7, I don't know
Mm,
what happened. Maybe they didn't feel it well. The second stage application too was not easy. 90 questions, and they
mm,
are not you have to write. You have to say things that are real about what you want to do. So you cannot hide. So it wasn't easy. It took me hours to fill, and there's a deadline to that. You have to fill within the stipulated time. So I want to thank you for breaking it down. Even if it was not related to when you did yours, at least you gave us the idea that okay, this is how. So
I
thank you
didn't
so
know, I
much,
didn't
ma.
know they were going to change anything. I just thought it
Thank
would be
you.
a walk in the park for you people, like
Thank
I'll
you.
just guide you through and it would be the same. But I got the biggest blow of my life. When they came
Yes.
to me, these are the
So
questions. I was like, no, 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 we had nothing like this during my own set. Wow. You're highly welcome.
so
Okay, you said it wasn't easy, right? It takes a lot of
yes.
determination. That is why, if you have the idea, call one of your friends. Tell your friend your idea. If that idea is not unique, if it doesn't inspire me like what you simply said in the beginning of this video, then it's most likely that idea will not sell.
Mm.
So sometimes it's not
And then
about not putting in the right application, but the business idea or maybe the existing business is not a unique one.
one,
It
yes.
may just be because of that.
Another thing, yes, regarding the application, another thing I want to say is that when filling the application, it's good to pay close attention to details. Like if they say provide so 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 answer in so 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 words, know how to craft your answer compelling within that range. Don't just write for writing sake that shebi is 200 words, let me just fill it 200 words. It has to be written concisely and compelling. That is another thing I observe with the application.
So
So
during your own
then after the
application,
business,
during your application was when you did your business plan. What you did during the application was what we did during the business plan.
after the business planning and everything, we were shortlisted for another step. We had to wait, there are breaks in between. And the business management training too, there are YouTube sections you have to attend. Attendance is very very important. It's important to mark attendance. It's
Mm.
important to pay close at although they will not ask you question, but all those throwaway workshop and series, it has really helped me. Even after the training, there are still some things that I go back, look at my notes. This afternoon I had to submit something to my mentor. This is my test. See, so I was trying to just go back and see some of those things that I can still apply. So applying the knowledge, applying the insight from the training. So like in school then we used to say, don't, yeah, you as you pass through you must also pass
Pass
through you. So the
through.
training and everything, even even with
Don't
the
just
idea,
don't just
yeah.
come with the mentality that I just want to collect the
I
$5,000.
don't want, yes, yes. People that I've met before to put me through, maybe they were trying to hide that maybe I want to hijack their business. Nobody was straightforward. That was what even
Mm.
propelled me there. I needed the training. Then
Respect.
in searching, I saw something standard that can impact my life. So
Mm.
that was what even prompted that I needed to hone my, yes. People will see as you can talk, you have marketing skills, you can help people take the right decision. Even when counseling people, they, oh, you are more than this, you need to work. People keep telling me. So that was what even prompted me that, oh, let me just do it. Even that time I was even looking for paid training. I didn't even know, I was not aware sincerely that
Mm.
there's even free training that you can attend, you can do a lot. You see
Mm.
that pharmacy school will not tell you about business. There's
Mm.
no proper skills, no due diligence in that respect. So that was why I was trying to hone my skills in those areas. So the training so far, it is easy. Don't let's say it's difficult. Like try to be diligent and make sure that you attend all the sections. Your scores are very high. I think that was what the score, even at the final stage. I think somebody said, I don't know how true, that the funds on grants to go around that they have to just go back and review all applications from the beginning, the scores, and even if they will not use it, just make sure that your grade is very high. It's very, aim for the best, like you used to say. Aim for 100%. Aim for 100%. So my journey so far, the 1 year journey so far, it's been rigorous, it's been stressful, but at the end of the day, it's worth it. So I wrote my business plan myself. It
Yeah, I did
wasn't
myself
easy.
too. I
I
wrote my
had
business plan
it
myself, and
wasn't,
I will never
I
encourage
wrote it
anybody.
myself.
I won't encourage anyone to contract it out. You can't defend it if you contract it out. It has to be a genuine. business, something that you're passionate, and that's why they need you to do your elevator pitch. They want to see
Oh,
how
yes.
passionate you are about the business you're presenting. It will reflect in your composure, in everything, by the time you submit your pitch. So if you have
Yes.
not done it yourself, there's no way you can fit yourself.
It
The
wasn't
emotions won't be
easy.
there.
I cried writing the business. I cried because I was clueless. At the point I was like, me that I'm a new
To
buy,
that.
I don't know anything about this thing. I don't I don't have anybody to run to that who will help me, who will help my life now.
We get to that. Your business plan is now different, totally different from our own. It was like a repetition of your first application questions, and the financial clinical, that financial aspect is what disqualified majority,
Majority,
because it
yes.
was like it was very, very dissimilar to the previous year, which was 2022 cohort. But like you said, some people did that financial stuff before. So they changed the
Yes.
templates to our own templates, and now they went back to the previous
Back,
templates.
yes, to previous, yes.
So if I may ask you, how much did you get during our own time, the exchange rate? Because you won't be paid in dollars. You will be paid the
Yes.
equivalent of that money in naira, of that $5,000. And during my time, I got close to 3 million naira. It was about 2.7 plus. So how much were you credited to support your
Yes.
business idea?
Business. Okay. I was credited with a sum of, I think, 4 point, close to 4.5 but it wasn't 4.5, but it was close to, I think, 4,470 something thousand.
Imagine somebody
Exactly.
giving you 4.5 million to go and start a business in this current economy. What was the exchange rate they used? I think you said 800.
Yeah, 837 or eight hundred and
So they won't
forty
use the black market rate, they will use
market
the
rate.
CBN rate, which is still
Rate,
good.
yes.
It's money that your daddy did not give you. It's a stranger that supported
Farm.
you. How were you able to go through the financial distinct templates and to come out with something so convincing? How did you do it? Your business plan
Okay.
and the financial records.
Okay. I did a training, was it, I think, middle of June or so. Before theft training, it was organized by Faith Foundation. So it was a business management training too. So we were put through on how to use Excel. And that was
Mm,
even the first time of using, apart from the normal pharmacy account, you do inventory, you take some record. So I got little knowledge from that. So I think that
mm,
was what helped me. So it was knowledge from Faith Foundation training. They
mm,
organized a business program for women, so I participated. So it was that knowledge that I gathered together with the section that we had with Mr. Shegun on the financial class. So that was what helped me. So I was able to understand all those things they put in front, the capex,
mm,
all those things. So,
mm.
like, when you are filling the sheet, don't change the variable, like all those 5%, 10%, don't change it. Just make it constant, or because by the time you keep changing it, at the end, it will now give you a very high projection that is very, very unrealistic. And
You
then
mean
some people did not
profitability?
know that at the end of that sheet, at the final page that will give, yes, that will give a summary. At the top there was 6 zeros. So that 6 zero is already in million. So if you don't know, if you keep changing the percentage, it will now be giving you billions, even
Mm,
above billion. So some
mm,
people didn't know that all those zero at the top too matters, because if you have 279 in the cell and there are already 6 zero, that's 279,000. But if you're having 279,000 already in the cell, and with the 6 zeros, the figure, so then the whole sheet becomes unrealistic, and they will feel like maybe
mm,
you are overshooting. Or so some people didn't actually get that logic. So it
mm.
was the training from the class and then the training I took from Faith Foundation that helped me, because even me, I didn't know. It was the Faith Foundation training that helped me to that I learned it and I learn
Mm.
how to use the Excel
Okay.
skill too.
What was your own profitability in percentage?
In percentage, the profitability I was shooting for was at the end of 1 year. Although we have to project for 5 years, 10 years, but my major at the end of 10 years, I was looking at a 10 to 15% profitability on the overall. So I didn't project more than that. Ten
So
to
I
fifteen
remember
percent.
in 2022, I just came across something on Facebook while researching. I was looking for resources to help me with my business plan as well, because I didn't understand when they said, what is your target market in dollars? What is your profitability in, what's your profitability in percentage, your target market in dollars, your, the questions were
Serviceable, addressable market,
very
TAM.
strange. So I came
SOM.
across something that really helped me on Facebook, and that person did some mathematics. That was what helped me. I didn't tell anybody, nobody taught me to. So that person said your profitability should not be more than 20%. It shouldn't even up to. So I think my own profitability was 20%. The person said it shouldn't be more than, if you want TEF to grant and appreciate your business plan, your profitability should not exceed 20%. So I'm glad you said yours was 15% after 1 year, right?
Yes.
We were not asked to project for 5 years during my time, it was just 1 year.
We projected
Thank
we
God.
projected for 5 years.
So
Oh.
everything you just said, I don't understand. All those figures, billions, millions, I don't understand. But I hope that the way you have explained it, people who did the training, who did the program with you, but did not get the seed capital, if they watch this, it will help them. I just want you to, you know, analyze the financial record in such a way that anybody that is applying this year can pick up this video and understand how to go about it. Do you get? I saw some things like assumptions where you have to assume.
Yes, yes. Okay,
Okay.
regarding the assumption, you assume like you project that this is the number of staff that you may not have them presently. Like this is the number of staff my business can, in the real sense, how many staff can you pay? How many, you don't have to fill everything. It's just those parts that are applicable to your business depending on the sector that you are in. So if you assume that, myself I assume there is three staff that I can cope with my first 2 years, three staffs, and then you state their roles, then their salaries, how much are you willing to pay them, and do you want to be increasing their salary yearly? For me, I ensure that the increase is just the same all through, because you can't predict. Nigeria is a sector that I mean Nigeria is a country that you can't predict whatever will happen with the exchange rate. And you know, my own niche, my own sector, we import the drugs that are being imported. It's not as if it's manufactured here. So I make sure that this, when you are calculating the percent, if it's 5% that you are using for the assumption, make sure that it's unique all through. Don't change it. Make sure that your percentage, the percentage you are putting in the assumption, if it's 5% you are using, please make sure it's 5%. If it's 2%, just understand your sector. I think understanding your business too will help you understand your sector, and then be conversant with your cost, the cost of purchasing your material, inventory, those that will require to buy equipment, your store. Like they will ask you, you calculate your rent space as well. They will ask you to project how in what amount you think they can increase your shop rent and everything. Just make sure that everything you are putting, if it's 2% you are using, make sure it's 2% all through. If it's 5%, make sure it's 5. If it's 10%, you are, depending on what you are feeling, maybe you are feeling overhead cost, maybe you are feeling equipment, maybe you are feeling fixed assets. You know, you list, then there are some spaces there that you input your fixed assets. So depending on what your own fixed asset is and what your expenditures are and everything, you fill in something. Just make sure that anything you are doing is realistic. And even if you don't know, you can speak with people in your field. Me, I didn't have to be sincere. I
Market
didn't.
research.
Yes, market research. It was because I had worked in a community setting and I've experienced like the niche I'm going to. Have experienced, I've done some dealings, some market research, and I've done some transaction in that line. That was what helped me, because you also feel in cost. For me, for the injection, I feel certain cost based on that present price that those drugs are in the market. So then you also feel protection, that how do you think that the prices of this thing can increase. That was why I said that you need to be conversant, because if you are not sure of the price, you are not sure of how the way the price is increasing, and you may not be able to feel. And if you are wanting, because it took me, I did 4 financials before I could get my own right. I
Mm.
did 4, and it was not easy. It's not something that you can even feel doing one shift. You can't feel it in 24 hours.
Mm.
So the first one I did, so I make sure that the percentages were not the same thing. So one year I said okay, it can increase by 2%. The other year, the second year I said maybe let's see if it will increase by 3%. So because at the final sheet it will bring a summary, then it will show your graph. Then I saw the way my graph
That's
was.
what.
The curve was no, from my secondary school. I said no, this graph cannot work for this test stuff.
I'm moving shape.
Yeah, you understand, no direction. I did the second, not until the fourth one. So you need to be
So
patient, it's not
what
easy.
was your graph like? Was it a linear graph? Was it
It wasn't that linear, it was like a S shape, but there's a progression.
progression?
Is
Mm.
then there's another summary too, that it will show if the business is actually profitable or not. It will show your cost. You have analyzed your cost with your assumption. You have also analyzed your revenue, that okay, if I sell at so price, this is the profit. There's another graph too that will show, so your cost and your profit, it must not the bar graph must not be at the same level. One thing you do ma is that you show maybe when you are that financial, that my graph, you can just maybe show them and everything.
You are the one that
Maybe
will
you
help
can
me.
let
We will talk that one outside here. You are, because I don't understand it. I didn't do anything like that. I
that.
did not do anything. I assumed too, but ours was in words. It was in what's it called?
Yes.
Word formats. Everything I'm saying is a bit similar, because all those saying your market size, I had to go and search online. What do they mean by market size in dollars? I now assumed, okay, well, assuming that in 1 year, 1 million people need my service, but let's say only 500 or 500,000 are open to this new approach.
Idea.
Out of the
Yes.
500, let's say only 100 actually purchased, patronized me. So that was how I did. Okay,
The
out
sales
of, let's now
funnel.
say the unit price for my service is this amount multiplied by the 100. That was how I got my market sizing. So it was just words. I just wrote in words and I put the figures.
Session has closed o. E close on the first of, yeah, it's not like the usual ending of March, 1st of March. So the application has closed.
Like, seriously?
Everything is
Wow.
changing.
A lot is changing. Oh, wow. Okay. 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 So they are probably getting ready for onboarding. What resources can you say helped you? Like you said, the knowledge of Excel that you had from Faith Foundation. So you have to be conversant with the
Yes.
use of Excel. What other resources helped you?
Okay. Your own resources as well, because that
Thank
was
you.
the foundation. If you had not put us through how to fill in
The
the application
application.
and everything, yes, one
Yeah.
could have got it wrong at that stage and one will be out. So then
Yeah.
apart from that, the course material, at the end of each module, they give their links for extra reading.
Yeah.
Yes,
Like
I
the
just
PDF.
urge
You can
everybody, the
download
time may
the
not be
PDF
there.
formats.
Yeah, download it, then at your leisure time you can just go through, just have and note some things, that don't just read. At times one may say I will remember, you may not actually remember, but if you have written it down, one day when you need the knowledge, you go back and check. So
But funny
that
thing is,
was
those things
then
are
this.
they are not even very interesting. They can be very boring. So if you just say
Yes,
I will just leave
exactly.
it,
See,
you
I
have to be
used the
able
whole book.
you have to be able to actualize what you are reading so that it sticks.
Yes. So,
Very
and
boring.
like I said, that I had not done any real solid business management
Mm.
training apart from the faith. So I was trying to just know everything that I can write, everything that I was just writing it down. I was just reading and I was ruminating on them. Okay, this thing, how does it apply to my sector? How can I improve? How can I do this and that? I had nobody to help, but I was just and I see that it was just God's grace because I was really passionate. At that point, I was like, I was passionate about this thing. Let me do this. Let me do this thing. Let me do. So that was what really, it was a motivation for me, although it was not easy, but it was a motivation for me that, oh, this gap needs to be addressed. This gap needs to be addressed. And then when I look at the impact, people that are the pilot stage study that we are doing right now, at least we've been able to impact at least 30, and we are trusting
30
God
patients.
that by the time that, yes, by the time we fully launch out, we impact more by God's grace, and we are
Mm.
trusting God to help us. Then I want to emphasize the place of prayer. It's not by, yes, we have said due diligence, score, and prayer too matters because my friends, a lot of my friends were kicked out.
One thing I would like to
Yes.
point out is that Tonyelumelufoundation, Foundation, they have different, what do they call it now? People that will review your business plans and everything later on. And these
The
are
third party.
professionals, yeah, a third party. And I believe that they are professionals that are very conversant with your area of business. They will not give like a health sector now, give it to agriculture. They will give it to somebody in that line to review it. So if you are putting wrong values in your financial plan, or what is it called, if you are not conversant with the average cost of all of those things that you're required to know, and you are just guessing the
Yes,
prices,
yes.
and you are very
Right.
you are
You
shooting
get it
above
wrong.
average,
Yes.
that can also make them disqualify you. So you must be as realistic as possible. Yes, you want to make profit, but that is why they always emphasize that you should make market research. I'm sure that in your training, they talk to you about market research. You must do market
Yes,
research.
and market validation.
It's not just come and make money program. Oh. It's a real program to impact African
It's a
lives.
real
So
problem.
let's
Yes.
move on to the next one. We will make more videos on the financial plan. I have here that what was the hardest stage for you? Of all the stages,
Hmm.
what was the hardest?
Writing my business plan. That was the hardest.
Many people found the application phase very tedious, and the business management and the financial plan stage. If you are one of the applicants of 2023 and you have any question, you can leave your question in the comment section. If you are also applying, or you have applied for the 2024 cohorts and you have any question bothering your mind, feel free to drop your questions in the comment section. Don't send me email. My mail is full. Please send your questions under the comment section. Thank you guys. If you have watched up to this point, thank you. If today is your first time coming across my channel, do well to subscribe. I've got other self-related videos on my second YouTube channel. And if you need to know any other information regarding the Tonyelumelufoundation Foundation Entrepreneurship Program, do well to check out my other video. I've got a playlist for TEF 2022. Thank you guys, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.